Hey there, dreamers and doers. Have you ever felt like life's just happening to you, like you're stuck on a treadmill, chasing someone else's finish line? Well, today, we're flipping that script. Welcome to a journey through the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, a book that's not just a read, but a revolution. Picture this, a roadmap to not just surviving, but thriving, crafted by a man who dared us to stop being passengers and start being pilots of our own destinies. From seizing control with proactivity to building bridges with empathy, these 7 habits are your ticket to a life of purpose, connection, and unshakable strength. I've lived these pages, and let me tell you, they're electric. So, grab a seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into a story that doesn't just change habits, it changes you. Here we go. Everyone. Picture yourself wandering through an unfamiliar city, where every street feels like a maze and the signs are written in a language you don't understand. How do you find your way? You could ask a passerby for directions, turn left, or take this bus. And for a moment, you might feel reassured. But before long, you're lost again. Now, imagine if you had a map, one that gave you a clear, reliable picture of your surroundings. With it, you wouldn't just reach your destination once, you'd be able to navigate anywhere with confidence. Life works the same way. Quick fixes and surface-level tricks might help in the short term, but real success comes from something deeper, principles that guide us through any challenge. When Stephen Covey examined 2 centuries of self-improvement wisdom, he noticed a striking pattern. Most advice falls into one of 2 categories, the personality ethic and the character ethic. The personality ethic is all about external techniques, mastering the right words, using persuasive body language, or following clever strategies to achieve success. It's appealing, but often leads to superficial, short-lived results. On the other hand, the character ethic is built on fundamental, unchanging principles: integrity, fairness, humility, and trust. It teaches that true success isn't about temporary fixes, it's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts meaningful relationships, fulfillment, and lasting achievement. Take marriage, for example. The personality ethic might suggest improving communication tactics or planning a romantic getaway. But the character ethic tells you to become a better partner, one who listens deeply, practices patience, and builds trust. Real transformation doesn't come from changing external behaviors alone, it comes from strengthening the core of who we are. Of course, this isn't easy. Changing our character requires a shift in how we see the world and, more importantly, in the habits we practice every day. And that's exactly what Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People are about, building a foundation for lasting success by focusing on the inside first. In the next sections, we'll explore these habits one by one, and show you how they can reshape not just what you do, but who you become. Habit 1, Be Proactive, Principles of Personal Vision. Imagine you are standing at a crossroads. One path leads to frustration, blame, and feeling powerless. The other leads to growth, resilience, and control over your destiny. The choice? It's entirely yours. This is the essence of Habit 1, Be Proactive from the 7 Habits. It's the realization that you are not merely a product of your circumstances, you are a product of your decisions. Many people live in a reactive state, constantly blaming their genetics, their upbringing, their job, or even the weather for their emotions and actions. I'm just not lucky. If only my boss wasn't so difficult. I can't succeed in this economy. These people surrender their power to external forces, allowing life to dictate their happiness. But highly effective people think differently. They understand that while they can't control everything that happens, they can always control how they respond. Take Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, who endured unimaginable suffering in a Nazi concentration camp. Stripped of his freedom, starved, and forced into labor, Frankl realized something extraordinary: while his captors controlled his body, they could never control his mind. He chose to focus on hope, envisioning a future where he would teach others about resilience. His proactive mindset gave him the strength to survive. Being proactive doesn't mean ignoring problems, it means focusing on what you can influence instead of wasting energy on what you can't. Think about the last time something went wrong in your life. Maybe your plans were ruined by unexpected rain. You could have spent the day sulking. But what if, instead, you embraced the moment, turned it into an adventure, and laughed through the storm? That's proactivity. Covey introduces the concept of the circle of concern versus circle of influence. Most people waste time worrying about things beyond their control: politics, the economy, what other people think. But proactive people focus on their circle of influence, their actions, mindset, and choices. The magic? The more you focus on what you can control, the larger your influence grows. So, how do you start being proactive? Begin by catching yourself when you start blaming or complaining. Instead of saying, "I have to do this," shift your mindset to, "I choose to do this." Instead of waiting for opportunities, create them. Instead of reacting impulsively, pause, reflect, and respond with intention. Because in the end, your life is not defined by what happens to you, it's defined by how you choose to respond. And that power? It's always in your hands. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Picture a day years from now, your funeral unfolding in a hushed church. Loved ones gather, their voices soft with memory, sharing what you meant to them. Your best friend steps forward, recalling the countless moments of kindness you shared. A colleague speaks of your unwavering integrity and leadership. Your child, with tears in their eyes, talks about the love and wisdom you passed down. But then, a startling realization hits you. You are still alive. This is not your funeral, it's a vision of the legacy you will one day leave behind. And the question that echoes in your mind is this: are you living today in a way that aligns with the story you want to be told? This is the essence of habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Too often, we chase success without defining what success truly means. We climb the ladder of achievement, only to find it leaning against the wrong wall. We react to life instead of intentionally designing. But truly effective people don't drift. They live with purpose. They create a blueprint for their lives before they start building. Just as an architect wouldn't construct a house without a plan, you shouldn't navigate life without a clear vision of where you want to go. Everything is created twice, first in the mind, then in reality. If you don't take control of the first creation, life will create it for you, often in ways you never intended. So, ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? What truly matters to me? What principles will I never compromise? Your answers become your compass. They shape your choices, your priorities, and ultimately, your destiny. Don't wait until it's too late to ask these questions. Habit 3, put first things first, principles of personal management. Sarah's life was a relentless cycle of emails, meetings, and endless to-do lists, leaving her feeling like a hamster on a wheel, constantly moving but never progressing. Her personal life and well-being suffered as she battled a persistent sense of ineffectiveness, perpetually extinguishing fires instead of creating meaningful achievements. The turning point came when Sarah discovered habit 3, put first things first. She realized that effective self-management wasn't about controlling time, but about prioritizing what truly mattered. Through the time management matrix, she assessed her tasks. Quadrant 1, urgent and important crises demanding immediate attention. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important activities like relationship building, strategic planning, and personal growth. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important distractions masquerading as urgent tasks. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important time-wasting activities offering no real value. Sarah recognized her tendency to dwell in quadrants 1 and 3, constantly reacting to crises and interruptions, while neglecting the proactive, fulfilling work in quadrant 2. Determined to realign her focus, she began to schedule time for quadrant 2 activities, such as mentoring colleagues, engaging in strategic initiatives, and prioritizing her health. This shift required her to say no to less critical tasks, empowering her to concentrate on what truly aligned with her values and long-term objectives. As Sarah consistently invested in quadrant 2, she witnessed a transformation. Crises diminished, relationships flourished, and she experienced a profound sense of control and accomplishment. Her journey exemplifies that putting first things first is not about flawless time management, but about living intentionally, guided by our deepest values and priorities, to cultivate genuine effectiveness and fulfillment. Habit 4, Think Win-Win, Principles of Interpersonal Leadership. Imagine a world where every interaction is a battle, with winners basking in glory and losers left in the shadows. This win-lose mentality permeates many aspects of our lives, from classrooms where students vie for the top spot to boardrooms where colleagues compete for promotions. But what if there were a better way, a path where collaboration triumphs over competition, and mutual success becomes the ultimate goal? Stephen R. Covey introduces Habit 4, Think Win-Win, a transformative approach that challenges the zero-sum game mindset. At its core, Think Win-Win is about seeking solutions that benefit all parties involved, fostering relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. It's not about being nice or giving in, it's about having the courage to stand for your own needs while showing consideration for others. Consider the story of two business partners at a crossroads. They could have fallen into the trap of one trying to outmaneuver the other, leading to a fractured partnership. Instead, they embraced the Think Win-Win philosophy, openly discussing their goals and concerns. By understanding each other's perspectives, they devised a strategy that played to both their strengths, resulting in a thriving business and a strengthened partnership. This real-life example underscores the power of shifting from a competitive stance to one of collaboration. However, adopting a win-win mindset isn't always straightforward. It requires balancing courage and consideration, asserting your own needs while empathizing with others. Covey emphasizes that this balance is the essence of real maturity and is fundamental to a win-win approach to life. Habit 5, Seek first to understand, then to be understood, Principles of Empathic Communication. This is the key to effective interpersonal communication. It embodies the principle of empathic listening, a profound shift from the common tendency to seek first to be understood. Covey emphasizes that to truly connect with and influence another person, you must first genuinely understand them, their thoughts, feelings, and perspective. The chapter opens with a compelling analogy of an optometrist who, after briefly hearing your complaint about your eyes, simply hands you his own glasses, proclaiming they've worked for him for 10 years. When you can't see through them, he becomes frustrated and insists you try harder. This seemingly absurd scenario powerfully illustrates how often we prescribe, before we diagnose, in our communication, offering advice and solutions based on our own experiences and paradigms without truly understanding the other person's situation. Just as the wrong prescription can worsen vision problems, our well-intentioned but uninformed responses can hinder effective communication and damage relationships. Covey stresses that most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. We're often busy formulating our own responses, filtering everything through our own autobiographies and projecting our experiences onto others. This leads to collective monologues, where genuine understanding is rare. The habit encourages us to move towards empathic listening, which goes beyond simply hearing words. It involves listening with your ears, your eyes, and your heart, seeking to understand the other person's feelings, the meaning behind their words, and their underlying paradigm. Empathy isn't sympathy. It's not about agreement or judgment but about deeply and fully understanding the other person's perspective emotionally as well as intellectually. The second part of Habit 5 focuses on seeking to be understood. Covey introduces the Greek philosophy of ethos, your credibility, pathos, the empathic connection, and logos, the logic, as essential for effective presentations. To be truly understood, you need to build trust, connect emotionally with the other person by demonstrating your understanding of their perspective, and then present your own ideas logically within that context. Ultimately, Habit 5 is about shifting your focus from your own autobiography to the autobiography of another. It's about valuing and understanding individual differences and creating an environment of psychological safety where open and honest communication can flourish. Habit 6, Synergize, Principles of Creative Cooperation. Habit 6, Synergize, isn't just about teamwork, it's a celebration of creative cooperation, a dance where the whole becomes exponentially greater than the sum of its parts. Covey paints a world where differences aren't obstacles, but fertile ground for innovation. Imagine an orchestra, not with each instrument playing its own tune, but weaving together a symphony that transcends individual brilliance, that's synergy. He tells the story of a diverse team, initially locked in conflict, each member clinging to their own perspective. They're like puzzle pieces that refuse to fit. But then, a shift occurs. They begin to value their differences, recognizing that each unique viewpoint holds a piece of the solution. They listen deeply, not to judge, but to understand, to build upon each other's ideas. They embrace the third alternative, a solution born from collaboration, a solution they couldn't have conceived alone. The chapter emphasizes that synergy is not compromise. In compromise, 1 + 1 = 1.5, each party gives up something. In synergy, 1 + 1 can equal 3 or more. It's about seeking a third alternative, a solution that is better than what either party initially proposed. This requires valuing the difference in others' perspectives rather than seeing them as obstacles. When you encounter disagreement, instead of arguing your point, you can say, "Good. You see it differently." Covey also emphasizes the importance of trust-and communication in synergy. He warns against defensive communication, where individuals protect their own ideas and agendas. True synergy requires vulnerability, a willingness to share, and a belief that together, they can achieve something extraordinary. Habit 6 isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset, a belief in the power of collaboration, a celebration of diversity. It's about recognizing that our differences are our strengths, and that together, we can create a world that's more innovative, more resilient, and more fulfilling than we could ever achieve alone. It's the realization that 1 + 1 can equal 10, or 100, or 1,000, when we truly synergize. Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw, Principles of Balanced Self-Renewal. Imagine a lumberjack toiling tirelessly, sawing away at a massive tree. But with each swing, his saw grows duller, his efforts less effective. He's so focused on the task that he neglects the very tool that enables him. This is the antithesis of Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw. Covey paints a compelling picture. Sustainable effectiveness isn't about relentless action, it's about continuous renewal. Sharpen the Saw isn't just about physical rest, it's a holistic approach to self-care encompassing our vital dimensions, physical, social, mental and spiritual. It's about recognizing that we are our most valuable asset and that investing in ourselves is not a luxury but a necessity. Covey introduces the concept of balanced renewal, emphasizing that neglecting any of these dimensions will ultimately hinder our effectiveness. He describes the physical dimension as not just exercise, but also proper nutrition and rest. The social, emotional dimension involves nurturing relationships, practicing empathy, and finding joy in service. The mental dimension focuses on continuous learning, reading, writing, and engaging in intellectually stimulating activities. The spiritual dimension for Covey is about finding meaning and purpose, connecting with our inner selves, and aligning with our values. Habit 7 isn't just a maintenance routine, it's a philosophy, a lifestyle. It's about recognizing that our capacity for growth and contribution is directly linked to our well-being. It's about creating a virtuous cycle where investing in ourselves fuels our effectiveness, which in turn inspires further self-renewal. It's about recognizing that the journey of life is a marathon, not a sprint, and that sustainable success requires a commitment to continuous growth and renewal in all aspects of our being. Everyone, as we conclude our exploration of Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it's essential to recognize that these habits are more than just steps to success. They are a transformative framework for personal and professional growth. By embracing principles such as proactivity, beginning with the end in mind, and seeking first to understand, we embark on a journey that reshapes our interactions, decisions, and ultimately our destiny. Remember, the path to effectiveness is not a one-time endeavor, but a continuous process of learning, committing and doing. As Covey emphasizes, through conscious and consistent progress, we experience an upward spiral of growth and improvement. Let this be the moment you choose to integrate these timeless principles into your life, unlocking your potential and paving the way for enduring success and fulfillment. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. I'm excited to see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to stay updated and catch all my latest content.